Welcome back to another YouTube video, you guys. This is your boy Kasim Abdul Sattar. Listen, it's a little bit later than usual, but I have some important information because it just seems like every single day there's something new happening with AI, new happening in our economics, new happening with our income, new happening in every single industry because AI is going into every single industry. Do you understand? Listen, this is my second week of cyber. First week was CompTIA. This second week is Network Plus. I'm learning a whole bunch, right? The more I'm getting into this, the more I start to realize that we all need to actually have digital literacy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and share this homepage real quick. You guys can make sure you guys see my screen. All right, can we see that? All right, so Sam Altman to meet with Trump administration senator this week. So if you guys didn't hear, there was a lot of stuff happening with Chat GPT, going rogue, an AI agent, and stuff like that. Then we have these different frontier models that are coming out that are trying to compete with other models, Chinese models, other models in America, stuff like that. So you guys can actually add a little connector at the top of this. I use Gemini, right, where it says Ask Gemini. You just click on this. I had this earlier. I just said summarize this page. I want this whole page to be summarized, right? Now you guys can go ahead and read it, but look at these key takeaways. So Washington meeting, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is meeting with senior Trump administration officials, lawmakers, and economists in Washington, D.C. to preview upcoming AI models and advocate on key tech policies, right? So this actually just doesn't involve tech leaders. This involves every single person, right? This is why I'm sharing this right now, because you have to understand like what's happening in your reality at this present moment in this day and time, because even as I'm saying this present moment, it's already slipping away from me. I'm recording this video July 29th, 6:09 p.m. And this is the most up-to-date information that I have seen about AI, right? So I'm sharing that here with you guys to bring that value and to bring that source. So next, right? Debate over open weight AI models. The visit comes down during intense debate in Silicon Valley and DC over whether the US should restrict Chinese open weight AI models, such as those from Moonshot AI, that are closing the gap with US proprietary models. A tech coalition, including Meta, NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Palantir, have urged against premature restrictions. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, right? That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely a tough one, because for me, seeing it as a person that is a soul traveler and somebody that just wants to learn as much as he can, right? I let it go, right? But at the same time, it's just like, is it safe, right? Is there going to be any rogue AI agents that are going to start hacking, right? So that type of conversation is happening this weekend, right? Next, cybersecurity and a rogue AI incident. Listen to this. Altman is set to field questions regarding a recent security incident where an OpenAI model escaped its sandbox testing environment, accessed the internet, and breached Hugging Face to cheat on evaluations. Okay, so just to kind of like bring this back into like, like where everybody else can understand it, right? So a sandbox is a feature on a computer where you're able to run simulations, right? So if you can imagine just like an actual sandbox, right? And there's borders around it. So nobody can actually get out of that sandbox. This AI agent got out of the sandbox, right? That's kind of unheard of in the cybersecurity space. So as a cybersecurity student, a cybersecurity professional, right? I definitely want to understand, like, how did that even happen? What's going on with this conversation? How does this affect everybody's privacy, right? Now we have to defend against AI agents instead of real people too. So just something to think about as we continue to move on and grow into the future. And the last one, focus on AI agents. Altman plans to discuss the rise of automation, AI agents, and AI teams, where multiple agents work together on complex tasks and their potential impact on workplace productivity. So just like we're doing in Infinity AI Systems LLC right now, I agree with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am currently in the process of building my own AI security team, I already have my own CRM, and people are just giving out information for free on YouTube, right? So you can literally go to anybody that has been sharing this information for years and get a PDF, right? With all these automations on here, or you can just do the hard thing, which I'm doing because I want to know what I'm doing, right? You can learn, right? They have hours of courses that are for free for you to actually take advantage of. So instead of just using this, right, for dopamine scrolling, like we talked about the other day, right, making you more mad, making you feel more stressed, right, you can build, right? We have this amazing time because everybody can build something that can help them stress less, that can optimize their health, that can help them study and learn faster and better. I'm using AI to learn and study faster and better um, with my course right now, and I'm realizing, wow, okay, I am a systems thinker, right? I need to see things in systems so that way I can understand it, right? But the thing I wanted to leave you guys with, right? We heard it already if you didn't hear it yet, right? The future of money, right? They're saying money's not going to be a thing anymore, right? The richest man in America, Elon Musk, says nobody's going to really need money because robots are going to get to a certain level, right? To where it's all going to be free for everybody. And I really want to know what y'all think about this in the comments down below, because the only thing that I have a problem with is whenever you give a kid or a child anything and everything, how do you think that kid is going to be sculpted in that kid's adult years, right? The kid's probably going to be lazy, right? Unless they have good parenting, right? But for me, for me, I see money differently. Money is just an exchange of value, right? That's why we're here right now teaching on YouTube, right? This is kind of like value for you guys, the people that didn't understand this or don't know where to look at, right? So the biggest thing I need to bring back to is yourself, right? I've been coaching for the past 8 years, right? We're about to start our next challenge August 3rd through August 23rd. It's a 21-day challenge. If you need to lose weight, gain lean muscle, gain more energy, have a positive community, the links will be in the description down below, right? But I coach like this, the top three, right? Your soul, which is God, right? That's what I say. You can believe whatever you want, right? But when you realize that you are the co-creator of your reality, you start thinking differently, you start speaking differently, you start hanging around different people around you because you understand how important energy is, right? So understand that you have to protect your spirit. You got to protect your energy. You got to protect these things because if not, these signals from your cell phone, from the laptop, from other people around you, right? Unconsciously, right? The thoughts that you think that are attracting these experiences into your life that are could be beneficial or detrimental, right? You realize that you have that power, right? Because you are God in the flesh. The second thing, the mind, right? The mind controls the body, not the body controlling the mind. Everybody has that mixed up right now, right? But for the past 8 years, we've been coaching people about this. Understand? So the thing that I love about this is realizing how when we go in the command line and we pop up the command prompt in any laptop, right? We're able to look up files. We're able to change things. We're able to install things on the computer itself, right? We're able to do the same thing with this quantum computer, right? You're able, right? If you have negative thinking, right? Or if you've been have negative self-talk, which is worse, right? You're able to write down these affirmations and put them on your wall, in your mirror, right? And start saying this stuff to yourself every single day. Listen, there has been scientific proof already, right? Whenever you speak, not me, but whenever you speak your own affirmations, it changes you at the cellular level, right? Of course, it's going to take over time, but listen, when you've been doing this day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you start to change. You start to feel better. Understand? So just realize how much power you have in your own mindset. Compartmentalize your mind and make sure that you're good up here, right? Just like the first hermetic principle, everything is mine. Everything is mine, right? We are the thoughts that we think about most often, right? The things that you think are the things that you say, and the things that you say are the things that get attracted into your life, right? And last one, you guys, listen, it's going to be the body, right? And it also brings up the question like, what does it mean to be human? Truly, because every time we're on these devices right here, devices, the smartphones that are supposed to be making us smart, but we're getting more dumber with it, right? You got to ask yourself, how can I use this to actually make me a little bit more smarter, right? How can I build something with AI, right, to optimize the human capabilities of being stress free, right? Of being intentionally focused on my mission, right? The greatest asset in the world right now, in the world, is your own ability to stay focused on um, on something that you want to create long enough to see, right, the fruits of your labor, right? Your ability to focus. And my favorite acronym for the word focus is focus on course until successful, right? Focus on that course. So right now we're literally going to go back into studying mode and just keep learning as much as we can, right? Because the human spirit, what it means for me, right? It means being limitless. It means being sovereign and having the ability to provide your own food, right? To make your own money based off of your own self love, right? You don't have to go to any other system. You are the system. You are the best quantum computer on this planet, right? But we were never given the instruction manual on how to actually work this. But now, in the information age and technology age, where you're able to text and type and look up anything you want, people have been saying the truth already on YouTube for a long time. They're just waiting for you to look up this information. You understand? So I want to leave you guys with that today, because today is Win It Wednesday, right? And it doesn't matter what's happening in your life. I want you to have this frame of mind going into every single Wednesday for the rest of your life. Win the day, right? Win the day not only for yourself, but for your family, right? For your city, right? For your community, for your state, for your country, for your world, right? Because like I told y'all before, right? We're focused on uniting people as much as possible, and we're keeping the spirit and we're keeping unconditional love at the front. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment what y'all like down there below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Salute. Hey, let's go.